Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hunt. Welcome back to Baseball Head. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So I got a pretty big rumor here. You can tell from the title of this video. I don't know what's going to be just yet. But this is a pretty interesting rumor about the Mets possibly making a big trade before the trade deadline. Now before we get into this video, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Getting a lot of new subscribers here over the last few days. I thank you, all the new subscribers, and all the old subscribers too. Because so many people write to me on a regular basis. I can't always write to people because I'm always working a lot of times. And I'm always very busy doing videos for you. And I love doing the videos for you. I'm going to keep doing it. Again, we're going to have 3 videos every day moving forward for this channel. This channel is moving very quickly to areas that I, quite frankly, wasn't sure where I was going over the last couple of years. But it's in good shape. But here we go. We got an interesting rumor, which I'm rather dubious about, which means, I'm not too sure about it. And I got this from a couple of different, another couple of different sources here. One is from SI, and the other one's from CBS Sports. SI says this: Mets linked to AL All-Star hurler and trade deadline talks. One of the American League's best arms this season could be a top trade candidate and deadline target for the Mets. So let's see. Let's see what they have to say. New York Mets' impressive string of success before the MLB All-Star break has turned them into likely buyers at this year's trade deadline, and they have now entered the sweepstakes for one of the best players available. The New York Post, Mark Sanchez, has tabbed elite Chicago White Sox pitcher Garrett Crochet as a potential trade target for the Mets. Crochet, who is 6-6 with a 3.02 ERA on the season, currently leads the majors with 150 strikeouts and 107 1/3 innings pitched. While the 25-year-old southpaw started his White Sox career as a reliever, he's blossomed into a dominant force in their starting rotation this season. However, considering the Mets' current logjam of starting pitchers, Crochet would likely be of better use for them out of the bullpen down the stretch due to his innings limit and New York's bullpen struggles. Crochet pitched the 4th inning for the American League during Tuesday's MLB All-Star game. He started the frame by getting Brewers slugger Christian Yelich to ground out, then conceded a single to Phillies infielder Al Boehm, who has 8 career home runs against the Mets. Struck out Dodgers' Teoscar Hernandez, then got Padres infielder Jurickson Profar to ground out. It was a great showcase for him. That's Crochet, who proved that he has no problems retiring top NL hits. Well, it's an exhibition. And it's a weird comment. Crochet, who won't be a free agent until 2027, could create a formidable duo with Mets closer Edwin Diaz in the back end of New York's bullpen. This would elevate a common concern for Mets fans that their relief corps is lacking depth aside from Diaz. After the season, New York can consider using him as a starter permanently, especially since many of their current starters are on expiring contracts. Because of Crochet's combination of elite talent and being under team control for 2 more seasons, New York would likely have to part ways with multiple top prospects to acquire him in a blockbuster deal. But if the Mets are serious about making a playoff push, Crochet appears to be a perfect fit. Now, I have a question. Where's the bell? I have a question. Very simple question. If he's on an innings limit and the Mets put him in the bullpen, how are they going to be able to pitch him back-to-back days or 3 days in a row? He's already stretched out, but how is he able to pitch 3 days in a row? His arm is built to pitch every 5 days. It's just a question, to be honest with you. And I don't know if I have the answer for this. But we're going to see what kind of deal it could be and what kind of deal this could turn out to be. Now, here's a bold prediction from CBS Sports. They got a whole bunch of predictions in this article. We don't care about that here. But this is what they say about the Mets and Garrett Crochet. The Mets will trade for Garrett Crochet. All the usual suspects have been mentioned as potential landing spots, or usual suspects. The Yankees are suspect. For White Sox ace Garrett Crochet, the Astros, the Dodgers, the Orioles, the Yankees, etc. It is highly likely Crochet will be traded, but rather than one of those teams, we're going to boldly predict Crochet lands the Mets, who are in wild card position and could use a high-end starter under control beyond 2024. The issue with Crochet is his workload. He has thrown 107 1/3 innings, far and away a career high. His previous career high was 65 innings as a college sophomore in 2019. Well, this is not. It's hard to see how a team could responsibly ask him to continue starting through the end of the season. At one point, his workload will be scaled back. That likely means a move to the bullpen, where there's plenty of experience, where the Mets need plenty of help. Again, how's he going to be able to pitch back-to-back days if they need it? We're going to say the Mets will add Crochet, use him as a reliever the rest of this year. They move him back in the rotation in 2025 and also in 26. Then outbid the Astros, Dodgers, and all with a package that includes former top prospect Brett Beatty, righty Brandon Sproat, catcher Kevin Parada, plus other stuff. Crochet to the Mets at the deadline, it has been foretold. Let me tell you something. That's just not going to do it. Because Crochet is the White Sox are going to want a lot of players for him. Although I would mention that the Dodgers, the White Sox, they're not running the best team in the American League. This is the worst team in the American League. And you're the worst team in the American League for a reason. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. But they're going to want a hell of a lot more than these three players. They'll want Sprout. But do they really want Brett Beatty when he's in AAA and he struggled up here with the Mets and in the majors? No. Are they going to want Kevin Parada, who, by the way, has struggled since the Mets signed him and drafted him 2 years ago? No. And what's this plus other stuff? Don't know. And I also mentioned Brandon Sproat. The Mets are finally trying to build some pitching depth in their farm system. Why would you be in such a rush to move probably one of the brightest young players that they have in their minor league system so quickly? And they drafted him last year. This trade package makes no sense. But I didn't come up with it. I could come up with something a little bit more sensible. And again, it concerns me that you bring in this guy to pitch him. You trade all this trade capital, and you put him in the bullpen. It seems like, I don't know. And what if he gets hurt? Then you're screwed, and then you lose Sprout out of all this. They're not going to want Parada. Parada his catching's been sort of iffy, and he's not really hit for the kind of offensive thump that you'd want out of him, considering the kind of big reputation he had in college. And Brett Beatty is a disaster. His bat is slow. They'd want more than this. They'd probably want Jeff Williams, Drew Gilbert, Ronnie Mauricio. Those are the kind of guys that you move to get a guy like this. And here's the thing, I never heard of this guy before this year. Who is this guy? Everybody making him out to be the next coming. He's pitching on a bad team. We don't know how he'd react in a big spot and in a pennant race. I couldn't tell you. Nobody could tell you. That's my opinion, folks. You can have different opinions of it, but that's how I think of it. Now, you let me know what you think about that. And, of course, if you're not on X and if you're not on Facebook, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Because I love the Mets. You love the Mets. That's why you're watching this video. And this channel's growing very quickly. And it's all because of you. And I thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.